Why saving won't make you rich. The truth about wealth building. They told you to save money, but what if that advice is keeping you broke? They told you to save your money, skip your coffee, clip coupons. That's how you build wealth, right? Not exactly. This advice sounds responsible, even noble. But for most people, it's a trap that keeps you broke while giving you the illusion of control. The reality? Nobody ever got rich by just saving. Not in today's world. Saving alone is like trying to fill a swimming pool with a teacup. It's slow, exhausting, and in the end, doesn't get you far, especially when the rules of the game are stacked against you. Here's what the wealthy do differently and why you might be following the wrong plan. 1. Inflation is quietly robbing you. When prices go up and your money stays the same, you lose. If inflation is 5% and your savings earn 1%, you're effectively losing 4% every year. That might sound small, but over 10 years, that's a massive erosion of your purchasing power. The wealthy understand this. They don't park their money in savings accounts, they deploy it into appreciating assets, real estate, index funds, private equity, and more. They also diversify globally, hedge against currency risks, and invest in innovation. Because they know money that doesn't grow dies. And the longer you wait, the worse the gap becomes. 2. Saving is linear. Wealth is exponential. Let's do the math. Save $1,000 a month for 30 years and you get $360,000. Now, factor in inflation and rising living costs. What's left? Not much. It's enough for survival, but not for freedom. Meanwhile, someone who invests that same $1,000 in a high-growth ETF or real estate portfolio could end up with $1.5 million or more, thanks to the power of compound growth. Saving gives you security, but investing gives you freedom, scale, and time leverage. The rich understand this difference. That's why they don't think about cutting down expenses. They think about increasing ROI. They focus on systems that multiply their time, money, and energy. 3. Saving creates a scarcity mindset. Saving always feels like sacrifice. Skip that meal, delay that vacation, don't dream too big. But here's the problem, you can't shrink your way to greatness. The scarcity mindset teaches you to think small, play safe, and fear loss. But true wealth is created by thinking big, spotting opportunities, and taking bold action. While the average saver is stressing over cents, the wealthy are asking, how can I add more value, solve bigger problems, and earn 10x more? This is the key mindset shift. From cutting down to scaling up, from preserving to producing. 4. The rich use leverage, savers don't. Leverage is using other people's time, money, or skills to do more with less. The average saver relies on their job, a single income stream, and if they lose it, the plan collapses. The wealthy build income systems, real estate that pays rent, digital products that sell while they sleep, investments that grow without constant work. They delegate, automate, outsource, and invest. They don't just work for money, they make money work for them. They use financial leverage, social leverage, and technology to outpace the limitations of time. That's why they scale fast. 5. Security is not freedom. Saving money gives a sense of control, a safety net. And that's not a bad thing, up to a point. But when safety becomes your obsession, you miss the biggest opportunities. Wealth requires risk, not gambling, not recklessness, but calculated, strategic risk. Every successful entrepreneur, investor, and millionaire has faced failure. They've lost money, made bad bets, and had setbacks, but they learned, recalibrated, and moved forward. Meanwhile, many savers never even start because they're waiting for the perfect moment. Newsflash, it doesn't come. You either bet on yourself or you stay on the sidelines forever. So what's the better path? Save enough to protect yourself in the short term, then invest in yourself and your future. Build skills, create systems, and take smart risks. Shift from defense to offense. Because here's the truth, the rich don't save their way to wealth, they grow it. And once you realize that, everything changes. Want to build real wealth? It starts by unlearning what you've been told. Subscribe for more brutally honest truths about money and how to master it.